Hey everybody, Tom Berry here with Investor Loan Source. I want to talk today a little bit about building trust and respect in the industry. And a lot of times people don't really think about building trust and respect as a strategy, as a business model. But I have always, since I got into real estate 15, 16 years ago, always felt that that was going to be my strategy, that I wanted to be known as a guy that could be trusted. I wanted to be known as a guy that could be respected. Because at the end of the day, people want to do business with people that they think they can trust, that they respect. And over the course of the last, 16, 17, whatever years it's been, I have found that my reputation has become more valuable to me than any building I own. Now think about that for a minute. I own buildings that are worth a lot of money, but my reputation is worth more than any of them. And here's why. Because everywhere I go, people say, hey, I really want to do business with you. Hey, I'd love to do a deal with you. Hey, you were the first person I thought of when this lead came in. And you can put yourself in that position where you're the first guy or the first gal that somebody wants to do business with. That's worth millions and millions and millions of dollars to you over a career. So how do you build something like that? It's simple. It's really, really simple. A couple of things. Number one, always do what you say you're going to do, even if it's painful. Always do what you say you're going to do, even if it's painful. Case in point, I signed up to be a speaker at somewhere, and something else came up. It was a vacation opportunity. I had to say no. I had to say no because I'd already committed to be there. And I would never call that promoter, which, by the way, wouldn't have been an issue. Wouldn't have been an issue at all to the promoter. If I'd have called them up, they would have understood. Never do it. Never take the easy route out. If you give your word, you do it. I gave my word a couple of months ago to speak at an event somewhere in the Carolinas, can't remember. And my plane, it was delayed. I looked at my watch and said, oh my gosh, I got to get there. I got to get there. The airline couldn't tell me when it was going to take off or if it was even going to take off, and I didn't feel good about it. So I ran to the rental car counter. I was at my layover stop. I looked. I'm like, I got 3.5 hours to get there. Pulled up my phone. I could drive there in about 3 hours. So I rented a car and I took off. Even though I had an airline ticket to get there, I didn't trust the airline to get me there on time. And to not be there on time wasn't an option in my mind. It just wasn't. When I walked in the hotel to speak at the event, I had 15 minutes left before I went on stage. I looked at my phone on my airline app and my plane was still sitting in Dulles. Had not taken off. Didn't matter to me. I made it. I was there. And I did my talk. And that promoter was not without a speaker that night for that room full of people that showed up to listen to me talk. Do what you say you're going to do, regardless of how hard it is, regardless of what you have to do to make it happen. If I give my word I'm going to buy a property, I'm going to buy a property. That doesn't mean I'm going to go back in and retrade it. I'm going to buy the property. The only time I will ever retrade a property is if in the due diligence period, I have found something about that property that was undisclosed. Now, obviously, then I have a legitimate reason to retrade. But a lot of people retrade just as a negotiating tactic. It's wrong, it's deceptive, and it gives you a horrible reputation in the marketplace. So hopefully those are helpful for you. Just do what you say you're going to do. Always, 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 even when it's tough. And be a person of integrity. Be a person that does your business in an integral way. In my mind, there is no win-lose scenario in a deal that I'm in. If we can't both walk away from that deal, whether I'm a buyer, a seller, whether I'm an investor, whether I'm the one that you're investing with, if I can't, both of us walk away from that feeling that we have won, we just don't do the deal. Hopefully that's helpful for you, and I hope you'll commit to building a strong reputation in the marketplace. See you on the next video.